If you want a natural way to lower your blood pressure, then follow me on this 30-minute exercise program that can do just that. Hi everyone, and welcome to Exercise for Health. And today's workout will include a fusion of isometric and dynamic exercises, and it will be added to our very popular playlist of videos that all guide you to lowering your blood pressure in the long term. If you've been here once before, then you can head straight to the warm-up at the time shown on screen. To take part in this program safely and effectively, your resting blood pressure will need to be below 180 on your systolic reading and below 100 on your diastolic reading. This workout is of a vigorous intensity using high impact cardio exercises in the warm-up, followed by 2 circuits of 8 isometric exercises with an additional dynamic element making them even harder. So this is definitely not recommended for anyone with a heart condition. But as always, if you're unsure, check with your health professional first, as this routine won't be appropriate for everyone. Other than a space for you to move around in and a wall to lean against, you will need a pair of hand weights, which can be dumbbells or even bottles of water, a therapy band for one of the exercises, but you could use a small towel or tea towel instead, a chair or support to rest your weight on, and a comfortable surface or mat to lie down on the floor for one of the exercises. Having already filmed this workout, it is a very challenging one, probably one of the most intense on this channel, hence why I've given it 5 dots on our thumbnail scale of intensity. And I struggled to complete a couple of the exercises during filming. In addition, I will make an apology for the audio in advance. For whatever reason, both microphones that were attached to the cameras that I use failed to work, so the audio is of a lower quality than my other recent videos. With that out of the way though, get yourself ready and a drink of water to hand, and let's start with the warm-up. Right everyone, let's start this workout with the warm-up. We're going to start with a march on the spot. So nice and gentle to start off with, but this will end up being some quite high intensity cardio exercises. So lift those knees up, walk nice and tall, big swing of the arms. And let's build that heart rate up gradually. Good. Okay, the next one we're going to go into is a knee raise to the front. We're going to bring our arms over the top as we raise the knee. So just swinging the arms to the outside of that knee as you're raising the knee up to the front. Then arms going up and over. Get lots of oxygen in as we do this warm up. And then should be ready then for the main part of the workout. Good. Okay, let's now change that now to a leg curl with a bicep curl. So we're moving from side to side. Flick the heel of your foot up towards your bottom as you're moving left and right. Keep the elbows in and then bring the fists up to the shoulders. Good. So as we're going through these, you'll start to feel your breathing start to increase. So we are going to be doing this for 6 minutes. Okay, next one, we're going to do icky shuffle, which is step, 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 knee raise, step, 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 knee raise. So it's just small steps as you move left and right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, brilliant. Next one, we're going to do a toe tap to the back, lift the elbows up behind you, and we're going to do this arm extension as you do the toe tap behind. So really keep the elbows up high, so you can get those arms straight and should feel that on the back of the arms. Hopefully you're breathing a bit more now, like I am. Good, next one, we're going to do heel dig out to the front, arms out in front. We're going to open the arms up with this chest opener at the same time as you do a heel dig. So really take those arms out wide, feel that stretch across the chest. Try and keep your arms at the same level as your shoulders, so not dropping them down. Good. Okay, next one. We're going to go into jump rope. So feet together, keep the elbows in, and then just got to imagine like you've got a skipping rope as you do little jumps. If you feel that in your joints, you can keep the toes on the floor and just do it as a heel raise, like a fast heel raise going up and down. If you can jump, even better. Higher impact, heart rate's going to go up higher. Good. Okay, next one we're going to do step out and then punch across to the opposite side of the body. So feet come together, step out, and then punch in the opposite direction. So we're getting that twist. Good. Brilliant. Don't have to look like a professional boxer doing this, as long as you just reach out with your arm. Brilliant. Next one, we're going to go into jumping jacks. Again, if this is hurting your joints, you can do this as a half jack, just taking one foot out to the side. If you can, do the higher impact one. It's going to get your heart rate up more. Good. Keep that going. Brilliant. Okay, next one we're going to do fingertips either side of your temple, lift the knee up to the front, and we're going to twist, trying to get the elbow to that opposite knee. So we're adding in that rotation in the top half of the body as you do the knee raise to the front. Okay, two more. Next one, arms out to the side. We're going to take a step back. As you lunge, we're going to twist the opposite way to the foot that's going back, and then come back up again. So step back, reverse lunge, and then twist towards that front leg knee. Good. Should be warming your legs up a bit. Okay, last one, rock climber. So this is where we're going to bring the knee up to the side and then bring the elbow down to meet the knee, while the other hand's reaching up as high as you can, like you're climbing a wall. Last few seconds in this warm up. So after you've done this, I'm going to give you a minute recovery before we go into the main workout. Well done. So if you want to, grab yourself a drink. You've got a minute rest, and then in a second I'll talk you through what the first exercise is going to be. So while you're resting, let me just talk you through the first exercise in the main workout. You're going to need your hand weights for this one and your wall space. You're going to be doing a wall sit. That's going to be the isometric exercise. So you want the hips down level with the knees, and then the dynamic movement is going to be a bicep curl with the weights. So we're going to hold the position of the wall sit for 40 seconds. Doesn't matter how many reps we do with the arm curl, as long as you just keep it moving. And then after that you get 30 seconds rest, and I'll talk you on to the next one. So you've got 10 seconds, so get your weights ready in your bit of wall space. 3, 2, 1, sit yourself in, off you go. So keep the back flat against the wall. You want your shoulder blades back, bottom back. You want to try and get the thighs parallel to the floor. The knees should be pretty much over the toes. Keep breathing with the movement though, really important with this. Even though part of this is isometric, it's really going to work into these leg muscles. It's going to get the heart rate up. This added dynamic movement is going to make it even harder, so keep breathing with the movement. Last 10 seconds. Should be feeling that in the legs now. 3, 2, 1. Good, come out of that one. Give the legs a shake. So let me talk you through the next one where you've got 30 seconds rest. We're going to go into a split squat, and it's going to be a hover hold. So we're going to bend the back knee down a little bit, and then we're going to do arm raises. Your arm raises can go to the side, to the front, whatever you prefer. Keep a slight bend in the elbows. Make sure your upper body's up tall. So, get into your space, 5 seconds, get ready. Left foot forward, right foot back. Go down, hold, then start the side raises. Again, keep breathing with it. Hold that sort of half lunge position. So we're in that split squat. Good, halfway through. Oh, this one's a tough one. Oh, hold it there if you can, I'm struggling. Go straight back into it. Last 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Oh, okay. Give the legs a shake. And the legs can have a little bit of a rest for the next one, because we're going to do a push-up with a hip extension on one leg. So you need your support for this one. Go into a press-up position with the feet together. Raise one leg off the floor just a little bit, and then we're going to do push-ups. So this is going to be the isometric contraction around the hips. Dynamic movement's going to be with the arms. 3 seconds, get yourself ready, and off we go. So nice, slow and steady with the push-up. Just keep the legs straight, and just keep that left foot slightly raised off the floor. I knew this would be a hard one when I designed this workout. Halfway through. Keep it going if you can. If at any point, like me, you just need to stop, take a breather, that's fine. And then see if you get yourself straight back into it. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Have a rest for 30 seconds. So the next one is where you're going to need your stretchy band or your towel. I'm going to fold my band in half to create a bit more resistance. But you want to try and get tension on the band or on your towel. Keep your arms straight and pull it apart. And then basically from there, we're going to do a straight leg raise, alternating the legs while you maintain the isometric contraction for your shoulders. Ready? Okay, stretch the band or keep the towel taut. And then just do a nice steady leg raise, alternating left and right. So maintain that tension in the band. You're going to feel this in your shoulders. If you've got the towel, don't let the towel slacken off. So you're keeping it tight all the time, like trying to stretch it. Good. Keep it going. Last 5 seconds. Keep that stretch of the band, feel that in the shoulders. Good. And relax. Right. Next one. So next one's where you're going to need both your hand weights. We're going to be in a bent over position, a hip hinge position, but we're going to do a kickstand. So we're going to be on the left leg, toes of the right foot are going to go slightly behind. I hip hinge forwards, keeping my head and my chest up, and then from there we're going to do bent over row. So the isometric contraction is coming into the hip of this support leg. Dynamic movement is the row for the upper back. Ready? Off you go. So just be careful that the hip of that support leg doesn't drop out to the side. So make sure you keep it square. So you've got your left hip over the left knee, over the left foot. Again, doesn't matter how many reps we do with the upper body because we're just doing it for 40 seconds. So just nice, slow and controlled with the dynamic movement. But now you should be starting to feel that around your left hip. So your glutes will be on fire by now. Mine are. Keep it going, last few seconds. Good. Okay. Right, the next one we're going to do is back to your support. So this is where we're going to do a high plank position. So obviously we're working isometrically into the core. You want your feet to be about shoulder width away for this one. And then we're going to do shoulder taps. Just bringing one hand up to tap on the opposite shoulder and then switch. Try and keep your body level all the time so there's no rotation of the body. Whew. Right, get yourself ready. And off we go. So keep the body as still as possible. as you just then bring a hand up, tap on the opposite shoulder, and then take it back down. You want to try and make sure that your body's level, so don't have your bottom stuck up in the air. At the same time, don't let your hips drop down too far. Halfway through. So keep that control of your core muscles. Keep them nice and tight. You'll be feeling that around the front of the hips and into your abdominals a bit. Last couple of seconds. Well done. Okay, next one. This way, just need one of your weights. You're going to hold that out in front of your arm's length. Keep the shoulder blades down and back. And then we're going to be raising the knee up to the front, up and down. So isometrically working your shoulders, differently to the last one where we're trying to pull the thing apart. Dynamically working the legs. Right, 5 seconds. Get yourself ready. 3, 2, 1, off you go. So just keep that weight out in front. I think this is a strength exercise, like they call it Thor's hammer. They've got to hold the hammer out in front, shoulder height, for as long as they can. That's basically what we're doing here. So up nice and tall. Try and be careful that the shoulders don't shrug, but you'll be feeling that into the shoulders, holding that weight out in front. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, the last one. This is where we're going to go to the ground. So for this one, use your mat if you need it. And you only need one dumbbell for this. But you're going to adopt a bridge position. So keep your feet shoulder width wide, heels close to your bottom. And then with the weight, the dynamic movement, there's going to be an arm pullover, keeping the arms straight. So set yourself up, lift your hips up as high as you can, off you go. So arms go behind, and then bring them back up so they're pointing towards the ceiling again. All the while trying to lift those hips up, so you're maintaining the contraction of the muscles isometrically in your hamstrings and in your glutes. That's halfway through. So just work to your range of movement with the weight. Don't think you've got to try and get the weight to go all the way back down to the floor, because you don't. Just try and keep your arms straight, keep the elbows in, so trying to get the elbows to touch each other all the time. Good, okay. Right then, you've got 1 minute rest, and then we're going to go through that circuit again. So grab yourself a drink. I think the first 2 exercises were the toughest ones. Certainly that split squat hold. Whose idea was it to put that one in? Okay, get the oxygen back in. Okay, we've got another 25 seconds before we restart the circuit. Remember, we start off with the wall sit with the bicep curl, so that's where you're going to need your dumbbells. How you feel at the moment? Halfway through. Hopefully you're feeling fitter than I am. Right, get your dumbbells ready, you've got 5 seconds. Get close to the wall. Ready? Off we go. So into that wall sit, and then bicep curls. Keep breathing with the movement. So these first 2 exercises are probably the hardest in this circuit. So if you do need to just stop, if your legs burn too much, like mine did with the split squat one, just come out of it, give your legs a bit of shake, and then join back in when you can. And over time, the more you do these exercises, the more conditioned you get and the easier it feels. In the last few seconds on this one. Good. Okay. Give your legs a shake. So now we're going to go into that split squat hold, where we're just hovering the back knee off the floor, doing the arm raise. So this time, first time we had left foot forwards, so this time we'll switch it. We're going to have the right foot forwards. I know this one's going to hurt. So 10 seconds. Okay, get yourself ready. 3, 2, 1. Drop down, side raises. Hold that hover position. Good. I'm shaking. Keep it going if you can. Just gone halfway. Come on, Rich. Last few seconds. Oh, well done. Ow. That hurt. Okay, hold the weights down. Next one we're going to do is we're going to do the push-up on your support. This time we're going to have the right leg raised up behind you. So 10 seconds. Feet out, try and keep your feet together. Should be a bit easier for the support. Okay, ready? Lift the right leg and off you go with the push-up. So keep the legs straight. Good. Feel this working into the chest with the push-up. But you should be feeling a lot of muscles working around the hips isometrically. So on this support leg, my left foot is on the floor. I can feel that in the quads and into the front of the hip. And then the leg that's raised, I can feel that in the hamstrings and the glutes. Good. Okay, have a rest. So, next one we got is you want your band or your towel. Again, because I've got a lighter resistance band, I'll fold it in half for a bit more resistance. So it's one where we're going to stretch the band, feet together, raising the straight leg out to the side. Pushing in. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the band or your towel, raise the leg out to the side. So after doing the push-ups, the shoulders are pretty tight by now. So you're going to feel this, holding this band or towel, trying to force the fists apart. You're going to feel that into the shoulders. I was going to go to the gym later, but I don't think I need to. Okay, 10 seconds left. Keep that tension on the band or your towel. Okay, now relax. Right then, the next one is the bent over row. So last time we had the left foot forwards, the kickstand with the right foot. This time we're going to switch. So your weight's on your right foot, left foot just goes back behind as a kickstand. And then we're going to angle the body forwards and do the bent over row. So set yourself up ready. 3, 2, 1. Lean over and then hold that position as you do the row. So most of your weight should be on the right foot, that front leg. Remember, as before, don't let the hip drop out to the side. Keep the hip in so it's square over the knee and over the foot. Slow, steady, dynamic movement with the arms. And again, you'll feel that massively working around your right hip at the moment in those glutes. Everything is now shaking in my body. We've got 10 seconds left. Keep it going if you can. Good. Okay. Right then, next one. We're back to the support. Feet need to be a shoulder width wide. So we're going to be in your high plank position, doing those shoulder taps. So tapping the fingers to the opposite shoulder. Okay, 10 seconds. Get yourself ready, feet shoulder width wide. And off we go. So tapping the opposite shoulder. Remember, try and keep the body as still as you can as you're doing that, taking the hand off to do the shoulder tap. Good. So maintain that plank position as strong as you can. That's the important bit, that's the isometric bit. And then we're just working dynamically with the arms just a little bit to put more pressure through your core. Keep it going. That's 5 seconds. Good. Okay. Right, you need your dumbbell again. The Thor's hammer exercise. So arms straight, holding the weight out in front of you while you're doing alternating knee raises. So this one, if you want to use both dumbbells, you can, but I've got a 4 kilogram dumbbell and that's more than enough to do this one. Okay, get ready. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So raise the arms up, hold it there, shoulder height, keep the shoulder blades back, keep the shoulders down away from the ears, keep breathing with it. Good, halfway through. Try and get that body upright, so up nice and tall. You feel that in the shoulders now. They're burning. Last few seconds, keep it there. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, keep hold of the dumbbell for the last one. You need your mat again because we're going back to the floor. So lying back down on your back. Feet close to your bottom, feet hips width wide. And then remember, we're going to go into that glute bridge first. That's the isometric hold, while we then do that straight arm pullover. So 5 seconds, get yourself ready. Arms out straight, lift the hips, hold it there. Now do your pullover. So try and get the weight of your arms as close as you can to the floor. Try and keep the arms straight. Think about pulling the elbows in towards each other. So that's rotating the shoulder to give you a little bit more stability, but make sure we're keeping the hips up. There will be a tendency for this one for the hips start to fall down and drop as you take your bottom closest to the floor, but if you want to try and keep them up without putting too much of an arch in your lower back. Keep breathing with it. Last couple of seconds. Good, well done. Okay, that's the main workout finished. So grab yourself a quick drink and then we're going to go into the cool down. Okay, right, let's go into the cool down then. Just make sure you've got a bit of space around you. And I just want you to just gently walk on the spot. Well, want to try and allow that heart rate to recover slowly, because it should have been up quite high, certainly was for me, going through that workout, particularly from those first 2 exercises. So allow the heart rate to recover. This is the point then where we'll start to see a reduction in your blood pressure as it comes back to normal again. Start to normalise it. So as well as reducing the heart rate gradually, we want to allow everything to get back into balance again with your blood pressure. So nice gentle walk, nothing too fast now. You need to start to slow it down. Let's do some side step touch. So just moving left to right. So your breathing begins to recover as you're doing this. Good, and then back to the walk again. Okay, slowly bring the feet down to a standstill. So you've got your feet to shoulder width wide. Keep the hands on the hips and then just move the hips left and right. So we're just keeping the body moving a little bit. before we go through some stretches to finish off. Okay, and then circle the hips round in one direction. And then change, circle them around the opposite way. Good, and then bring them back to the middle. So we're going to rotate now. Just relax your arms, let your arms swing around the body. As you twist, allow the back foot to come up onto the toes as you rotate left and right. But try and relax your arms down, let them swing around you. So you're beginning to relax the body a bit more. Focus on your breathing. Trying to get it to come back down to normal. Good, okay, come back to the middle. Right, let's finish off with a few stretches. We'll start with the back stretch. So if you place one hand on top of the other, you're going to roll the shoulders forwards and then push your arms out in front of you so you can feel a stretch around the sides and the top of the back. Relax your breathing, so focus on that slow deep breaths in through the nose and then breathe out through the mouth as much as you can. Get as much air out of the lungs as you can. And release. Let's do a chest stretch. So hands behind you in the lower part of the back, and then think about squeezing the shoulder blades together, pulling the elbows backwards so you can feel it stretch on the chest and the front of the shoulders. Shoulders might be a bit tight tomorrow or the next day after some of those exercises in the workout. Good, and release. Let's do the next one for the back of the arm. Bend the elbow, so bringing the hand to the shoulder, and then lift the elbow up and back as far as you can, like trying to get your hand to creep down your spine so you can feel stretch here on the back of the arm. Good, and then switch over to the other side. And release. Right, we'll do a couple of stretches for the legs. Let's do a front thigh stretch. So for this one, you might need to hold on to something for support because we're going to go up onto one leg. So grab hold of your ankle, try and get the heel of your foot up as close as you can to your bottom. And then that bent knee, we want to try and bring it in close to the other knee and also pull it back behind you. So keeping the hips forwards, stand up nice and tall, and that should generate a stretch on the front of that thigh. Good, and then switch over to the other side. So heel as close as you can to your bottom, and then bring that knee in and back to generate more of a stretch. Good, right, last stretch. You can do this just in front of a wall. Put one foot in front of the other. Keep the front leg straight, and then with the hands on the back knee, think about pushing your bottom back towards the wall. As your chest goes forward, you'll start to feel stretch down the back of that straight leg. Good, and then switch the feet over. Same on the other side, so front leg straight at the knee, back knee that's bent, place your hands on that back thigh, push your bottom back towards the wall as you take the body forwards, keeping the head and the chest up so you can keep your back supported. You should feel stretch on the back of that straight leg. Good, come back up. And that is your workout complete. Well done. It's worth checking your blood pressure in about 30 minutes after you've cooled down to see what effect it has had. But I hope you enjoyed this exercise program. If so, please give it a like by clicking the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing if you haven't already. You can check out the description below for links to similar workouts on this channel that will help you reduce your blood pressure. But thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay active and keep moving to feel better.
Hey.